I am a big fan of Akira, big fan of Otomo, obviously. I'm a big fan of the Akira movie. So I thought I might as well go through the storyboards of Otomo. Well, the storyboards of Akira. I'm a huge animation fan, and I actually think that to become a good artist, to become a good figurative artist, or comic book artist, because I enjoy comics, obviously I want to work in comics, you need to understand, you need to study animation, because it actually will show you how to draw very dynamic panels. Obviously, animation and movies are completely different than comics, but you can learn a lot from looking at stuff like this. Which also, I think this is a very cool book because you can also just, if you're just a fan of Akira, you can also enjoy this too because you get to really get down in sort of the process of how it worked. So these are all done by Otomo, and Otomo is just storyboarding it, kind of just showing you, scene by scene, obviously, what's going to happen. And I love looking at stuff like this, like very quickly drawn, very gestural stuff to express this story. Great storytelling. Amazing storytelling. I mean, that's got to be so difficult to switch from, comics to animation. But Otomo is one of the best. One of the best that has ever done it. If you're just a huge fan of Akira and you don't really care about the artistic standpoint, it's just really cool to kind of see his process. I love these books, by the way. They're very, very cool. I love the paper it's done on, too. The paper's so smooth. Use such a good paper for this. Love that. The way he draws, and you got to remember, I don't know how big these are, but they can't be very big. And the amount of detail he's going in on storyboards is amazing. Just the amount of dedication. He must have been really excited to make this film. I love it. He's even using perspective, to kind of show that the buildings are going that way. I'm just shocked. I don't know if most storyboards are this detailed. There he didn't go too much in detail, but it reads. There's like no detail going in. I wish I could actually read. I wish they'd put these out in English. Yeah, love that. He must. I wonder what. Man, that must have been one hell of a task to take this on. I wonder if he was just like dreaming of the day that he could get offered the opportunity to make an animated, to make an animated film version of it. And just was like, oh man, whenever they ask me, I'm gonna be ready for it. Man, I love those lines. It's just so cool seeing this. Just seeing his process. I mean, if you're somebody who wants to get into animation, you should definitely pick this up. He's getting those key frames. He's obviously, he's getting those frames that are important and that matter. I love that. He just takes up an entire sheet to go, yeah, that's the city. Imagine getting your hands on like one of these original pieces. I mean, he's literally, there's so much in here. It's literally going piece by piece. Nothing is skipped. It's so, I mean, it's so cool to see his work at this point. Like, man, you could learn so much about figure drawing just from looking at this. I mean, I know it's not like simplified, but it's just so cool. But it also makes you want to quit drawing because you're going, this guy's just doodling these out. You know, is he even trying? He's definitely trying to tell a story, but is he trying from the perspective of drawing, or is he just like, yeah? Is he that much of a master? It's just like, yeah, I'll just doodle some shit on the page and get it across. How long did this take him? I wonder. What was that drawing? That's like a fully detailed fucking drawing there. Like I said, I haven't seen many storyboards, and I wonder if storyboards are this advanced looking. Also, if you're watching, if you know of any good storyboard books that are readily available, let me know in the comments. You can get this from Amazon Japan, and they'll send it to you. I think you'll pay like pretty high cost to get it shipped to you in the US, but it's definitely worth it for sure. I'm going to go through both of them, but this video I'm just going to go through the first part. This came out quite a while ago. I'm just taking this all in. Just great drawings for, God, just expressing the story. I mean, this is thumbnails. And it's so detailed and so well drawn. I look at stuff like this and I'm just like, I'm just like, man, I wish I could draw this well. I'd give anything to draw this well. And this is just him fucking around. I mean, maybe he went into it with the intention of having it be as highly detailed as possible, but some of it just looks like gestural stuff. But then some look so look like the Akira fucking manga. Imagine having to redraw these two. Like, you've already drawn it in the for the comic, and now you're redrawing it again. I mean, obviously you drew it differently in the comic, but yeah, I mean, even like the drapery. I mean, it's folds in the clothing. I mean, do you need to express that to an animator to understand? I would assume that they would get that from concept art, wouldn't they? Yeah. These books really are great. I have the keyframes one as well. So we'll look through that at some point. Just some great drawing. And everything is so fluid. I mean, it's like he understood like animation. Did he work in animation before? I don't think so. I think he was strictly manga. To transition that well into sort of going, I mean, I guess he's sort of using the skills from manga, but you have to understand animation to be able to storyboard this, yeah? I'm telling you, this paper is so smooth. Such a smooth paper. I love that. Are we going? No, we're going up and down. Just want to make sure we weren't going like manga way. That comment I just made earlier about the manga way makes no fucking sense because it goes up and down Regardless, I'm a fucking moron. Don't, just ignore what I just said. Anyways, yeah, they read down and up. Fucking idiot, I. Here in America, we read up and down. Anyways, yeah, great fucking drawing. Just love it. I keep saying that over and over again, but it's just like you know, I love flipping through this kind of stuff because you learn so much. I mean, to even like draw the room and shit, like, is that like it looks like there's pipes maybe? Drawing trucks and drawing buildings and you know, I feel like most storyboards. I mean, I guess there probably are storyboards where they go that heavily in detail, but I feel like somebody handed that to me. I'd be like, okay, like you know, whatever. I love how he showed like the swivel of the head moving in the direction. Obviously, he's making notes. I have no idea what those notes say. I'm sure the notes probably tell a lot too. Obviously, hence why they're there. I mean, look how many drawings he's up to. He's up to 697, 698 drawings. You know, I mean, I love how it gives you everything. I mean, how many drawings are in here? It's got to be the amount of drawing that this guy did for this. I mean, Jesus, no wonder why he's so fucking good. And I wonder how long it took him to do this. Like, how many days did he dedicate? Did he dedicate a day to 2 pages? Did he dedicate a day to a page? Did he dedicate a day to 10 pages? I mean, it's just insane. I mean, if you saw, like, if somebody drew this in comic panels, like, if you saw a comic come out like this, people would go, yeah, that's an Eisner winner. Man, Otomo is the master of perspective and drawing architecture, but and drawing like cars and vehicles, but man, figure wise, he's a fucking I mean, there's nothing that this guy can't draw. I mean, absolutely just nuts how fucking talented this guy is. One of these days I'm gonna go through the Akira manga. But I mean it's just you know, like Otomo is you know, such an amazing artist. He reminds me of like a mixture of like I don't know, he reminds me a lot of Mobius. You know, it's just so good. Such an amazing artist. I love that. Like look at this, right? This character falling out of the room and look at the weight of like that pelvis being lifted up. Just little shit like that you just go, my goodness. Movement. I mean, even the way this guy's sitting, it feels so real. It's just, ugh, man. So that's the thing. Is like I always talk about figure drawing. Like, I mean, look at that fucking expression. Sorry, I have to stop myself. I mean, these are storyboards. I think you got a little fuck. I would have been like, okay, dude, stop showing off. We get it. But yeah, I talk about figure drawing all the time, like the importance of figure drawing to me and how much I love figure drawing. But you know, Otomo can, I mean, just draw everything. Like his, if you look at like Domu and you look at the architecture in there, even if you watch the film, like, because it's based off of concepts, you know, the Akira film, like, it's based off of his concepts. Great fucking, like, I mean, even his, like, dashed off shit, that he's just like, yep, that's the city skyline. Looks great. Looks like great, I mean, jeez. I mean, he's even drawing, like, okay, he's drinking. You get the close up and it's coming down. That must be difficult, too. The understanding of composition that you have to sort of get those close ups. I mean, does anybody like help? Like, is he just imagining this? Is he just kind of going like, okay, I just, man, it's just, whew. Like he doesn't have. Is he working with anybody while he's doing this? I don't know. Like, Jesus, like to be able to do like those shots, like, man. It seems like the scenes that he really wanted to be powerful were sort of, he kind of added more to. Like, went more piece by piece. Whereas, like, the things that didn't really matter, he could have sort of just, like, went, okay, here's one panel for this. So, like, him falling, and then the glass breaking. Like, that composition, the movement, the glass in his foot. And even, like, a little bit on the side, he, like, added an extra drawing there. Is that supposed to be, like, blackout, and then it comes to them walking? Oh, man, I just love how, like, these are, like, doodles for him. He's literally just doodling. Like, yeah, I'm just doodling, bro. My doodles look better than 99% of people who pick up a pencil and attempt to draw. Sorry if I skipped a couple pages. I don't think I did, but if I did, I apologize. He's up to almost, he's up to 1,100 drawings here, by the way. 1,100 drawings. Man. Love that perspective, that 1 point perspective going towards there. Man, great drawings. You know, I'm always a sucker for people who kind of have like sketchbooks and stuff like that, and to kind of look at his stuff, see how very sketchy it is. And this is really, really amazing. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Holy shit, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, even drawing an elephant. Like, I've never wanted to draw an elephant. And to be like, yeah, he needs to draw an elephant. I'd be like, I don't know how to draw an elephant, so this isn't going to happen. Hopefully I'm not missing a lot here. Man. And look at that. Look at the expressions there. What an amazing, amazing thing to have available. To be able to look at an artist basically just plotting out their ideas on paper. Absolutely amazing to see. I adore Otomo's art, and oh man. It gets you really like stoked on animation too. You know, if I was an animator, this would be my Bible. He's up to 1,300 drawings here, by the way. Almost 14. That's great stuff. I'm just skipping a few, but you should definitely pick this book up if you can. You got to buy from Amazon Japan. Just look up Amazon Japan, and you have to create an account. But I would definitely recommend this if you're a fan of Otomo, if you're a fan of Akira, if you're a fan of figure drawing, if you're a fan of storyboard. I mean, if you're a fan of anything, it's an amazing, amazing, just cool piece of artwork. Really, kind of looking at this artist, sort of just thinking, you know. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing book. I'm not a big fan of the kind of like casing of the book. It has like this very like vinyl kind of feeling, but I definitely would pick this up if you're at all interested in the film or Otomo or Akira or just looking at an artist's work or storyboards or whatever. I mean, it's just to get the idea of an artist, kind of how they work is worth the price of admission alone. And the fact that it's Otomo and Akira is amazing. Also, these drawings on the cover, man, great stuff. It's probably it is directly from the film. Maybe it's not though. I don't know, but maybe from the storyboard itself. But yeah, so should definitely check this out.